Excuse me. This is DJ Wolf Live. Hold on a second. All right. Now, I'm gonna try to do a. I guarantee it. I'm gonna try to do a daily. I bought this little portable Bluetooth podcast. It's like a sound card. It's actually a the that I can record my podcast on via Bluetooth. And actually, it's a travel podcast. It's a travel podcast box. That's what it is. And I can charge it. It's made by Pyle. Pyle. It's a great device. And I've been threatening to get it for the past year or so. So I finally got it. And it's a great device, man. It's nice. You got sound effects on it, got sound, tone it down, come with a mic. And I recorded it's the last podcast I just did last week. And honestly, it worked out. It canceled out any if it don't cancel out, it deadens out most of the sound that you might hear that actually is almost as loud as my voice. And I was impressed by it. I said for the price point, it was under $60. It comes with a really good mic, stand, and everything. I mean, you could podcast it from anywhere. Just like I'm doing now, but except I don't have a mic. I'm going through the mic from my phone, but nevertheless, a couple things on my mind. So I'm gonna talk about this right quick. And you have to excuse me because I was watching the games yesterday. I don't think this is here. I was watching the games yesterday, and my old lady Dallas fan. I actually was rooting for the Giants because I'm a Commanders fan. Became a Commanders fan about 2 years ago. And of course, lost my voice because I was watching the Cowboys play the Giants, and it was definitely a nail biter. I think probably one of the best games I've seen all year. The best game I've seen all year, period. Great game. Great game. I mean, Giants fought tooth and nail, man. Russell Wilson, I got hats off to the brother because he definitely tried. He tried. And I think he had a good game as a quarterback. Best game I think he played a quarterback in a while. But otherwise, Dak showed up. Dax was on fire. I give him that too. It was a great game. Definitely a showdown. And that's why I'm talking the way I'm talking now because I lost my voice a little bit here. But let me get to my thoughts here. I was thinking about this. I was raised in my family, of course, with my parents and all of that, my siblings. And there were days sometimes where it was nothing but love, and there was days sometimes in the household where it was nothing but hate. And I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to say this, love has to conquer hate in this world, folks. It has to. But the only real, true way love is going to conquer hate, your heart has to have love. It has to happen from the start. It's sad when people hate. And I'm sad about the fact that people hate so much that people just do hateful things, and many times just for spite. May not like the clothes you wear, may not like the shoes that you have on, may not like your hairstyle, the way you walk, or the way you talk, or even your skin color. We need to respect people for who they are, for love, man. And stop with the hate. You're never going to get anywhere with that. It gives me a sickening feeling when I see people hate. Two things I gotta say. Two things I really hate. That I mean I don't hate, but I'm not a hater of anybody as far as people. But two things that I have a disdain for. Well, one I'll say one thing that I have a disdain for is to see people say. I don't like to see people sad, and I don't like to see hate. I don't. The two things that I think that probably, for lack of a better word, probably destroyed my family. From my hometown. I'm not gonna get into any details about it. All I'm gonna say is, love conquers all, man. It has to. It has to. For the sake of our children and our children's children, right down the line. It has no business in the world anymore. It has no business in the world anymore at all. Period. We've seen what hate does to people. We don't see enough about what love does to people. And it just makes me sad thinking there's more hate out here than love lately. It does. It just hurts my heart thinking about that. I think about that all the time. It's like, wow, why people gotta hate so much, man? Or they'll just start a rumor just to create hate. And you can't even be honest about, certain things. You want to just spew out stuff that's not even right. And you got people that are okay with that. I'm not okay. I'll never be okay with that. Most people in the world shouldn't be okay with hate. Think about it. Hate in itself, the word, is a hateful thing. I don't hate. It's heartbreaking, man. The things I've seen, I heard over the last several years, where people just don't learn, man. They just don't learn to love. If you can love your family within, love your family outside of it. We don't, it's just something that just never has no place anywhere, as far as I'm concerned. Love grows. Hate don't. Let me put it like this. Love grows and hate just rages. Love grows like a blooming flower, man, blossoming. Hate rages like a fire. And I want that no more, man. I pray that we learn to love more than to hate. I really do. To me, hate no longer has a place in this world. And should not have a place in this world. With anybody. The late great Joe Massey used to always say, we're more alike than not. And we are. We have families. We have babies. We have grandbabies. We have grandmamas, grandfathers. Okay, uncles, aunts, cousins, daughters, sons, wives, husbands, and whatever significant other that that you're with. You know, we need to get over all that. Well, I don't like you because you this. I don't like you because that. Let me tell you a quick story. I'm on Young's podcast. I'm about to get on the highway real quick. There were about three. There were three LBG. There were three guys in my neighborhood that were LGBTQ. All right. You know I got along with all three of them. You know why? Because we were friends, and it wasn't about hate. It was never about this. Was in the 70s. Okay. Now, do I condone the lifestyle? Personally, it ain't what I rock with. You know. But did I respect them for them respecting me as a friend? Yes. Always have. That's a sign of love. But people don't get that. People say, oh, you know, I stick to my personal principles about what relationships should be. But I don't force it on anybody else. Just like I don't want people to force their lifestyle on me. You know? But that's a sign of love and respect. I respect you. You respect me. People, we need to get back to that. And I'm talking about like right away. You know the song, or love is needed, love today. We do need that, man. All this mess out here cannot continue, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go into detail about that. I was going to talk about the situation that happened last week. I'm not going to even bring it up because, you know, there was a guy who got in trouble about talking about it last week. So I'm not going to say nothing negative about it at all or whatever. I'm just not going to really speak on it. I don't have to speak on it because my thing of it is I'm all about the love, baby. Nothing short of it. Nothing. I cannot, in my conscience, talk about anything beyond that. I'm a lover of peace, always have been. You know, I used to have a 60s slogan that says, make love, not war. There you go. I'm a true believer in that. You know? And I also say, have peace, not hate. That's me. That's what I believe in, folks. That's what I'm going to continue to strive for. Always. And I'm out.